some problem in the hands. Okay, this particular area. There is some wound or something is there. There may be okay, so they always advise us to wash that area. But in hospital setting, how do? We give bath, after that we apply the medicine. So it's all the same. Okay. But if you see in the books, if you see the videos and all, they really take time to clean that area, because previous day's medicine or some dead tissues which are all there should be cleaned off first. And they are changing their gloves. Okay, after doing that, then only they are taking another gloves and doing the medications. Okay, so we can use either ointment, or we will be cream or ointment, whatever you call it, and also lotion. Both procedures are different. Okay, we don't have lotion, but if we are using lotion, you have to take not this gauze, sterile gauze. You should open it there, then apply the lotion over here. And then they are saying just dab it over the wound. No putting like this. Just dab it over those wounds, because usually lotion is written where there is itching or abrasions, where it is burning. So it should be soothing to the patient. So you will be applying. If it is
calamine lotion.
Calamine lotion for chicken pox and all, they are writing, no, usually. Okay, if it is ointment, again you can take, I saw them doing with the hand only. It's written in our book also with hand only. So better let me show with the hand. You take the medicine in this, or if it is in a container, you need to take like that. Zinc cream and all, you will find it in a container only. Okay, then take it in your hand. Okay, they actually put it nicely in their hands. For example, my patient has severe pain. Okay, I need to massage. Take it nicely in your hand. Then you apply it for the patient. Okay, that is the instruction which is given according to our book. So massage means not a hard massage, but just applying it there, whichever joint they need to apply it, or wherever it is. Okay, this is done. And you tell the patient, you will feel greasy for some time, so don't put anything over that. All that they are saying. Then, for example, if this patient has got lot of rashes over here, you want to put some spray. Betadine spray, dry powder spray it is. Okay, anytime near the face or even in the chest, ask the patient to turn to the other side. Even you can give a towel and cover their eyes and face. Ask them to do that. Then only you should put the spray. Okay, and each spray, and each spray has a distance. See, you should maintain. It will be written there itself. Keep 10 centimeter away from the patient when you are spraying. So never we put it close. From here only we will be doing. Okay, just spray it around that area. But face, nose, mouth, everything, eyes should be taken care of whenever we are putting spray. But if it is in the joints and all, it is easy. For athletes and all, they fall and come and we put all those things, that is easier. Okay, and okay. Now this has become very important. You will find in hematology oncology ward, almost many patients are put on patch. Okay, we have only nitro patch. Nitro patches are used only during surgeries. If the BP is going high or some heart rate is a problem, they use. But we are seeing for all cancer patients, the pain analgesics, narcotics are put over there. Okay, usually it is for 72 hours. Fentanyl patch is there, 72 hours they put it. So each day, each shift the nurse reports. Now it is 24 hours over, 48 hours over, 72 hours over. Today the patch should be changed at 12 o'clock. So this is given lot of importance in the hospital setting. Please instruct that to the students also. Okay, what are we going to learn about this? The area should not be oily or greasy, and it should not have hair. Okay, preferably on the hands. If not, we find them putting on the chest at the back, because men will have hair. So they are preferring areas where there is no hair. And as this thing, one more instruction is, see, once if I use this area, For 1 week, I should not use that same area. So, cancer patients continuously we are using this. So, I have found it on the back all over. They put on the right, left, then go down. So many areas they are using. Okay. So, patches, we have to be very careful. Without gloves, we are not supposed to touch because the medicine can start getting inside your skin. Okay, you will also get the effect of medicine. That is the reason. And it is like a sticker. You see, one half, you can see one line. So, without touching how we are going to apply it, we are going to tell the student. Yeah, you need to, but they are not doing it here. They are putting a sticker and they are writing it in the chart only. Ideally, with the pen, you are supposed to write when you are applying, date and the time, so that it will be calculated correctly. But I think in the hospital, they are not depending on this, they are putting it in the chartboard also. Yeah. Okay. Without touching, how we are going to put is a main important thing. Okay, maybe I'll show it here so that it's easy. Okay. Imagine I want to put it here. See, one half I have removed. So I need not touch. Take the other half. That's all. Okay. And it is instructed that at least for 10 seconds you press and be there. Okay, keep it pressed. They are saying at least for 10 seconds. And see that there is no gap in between. And immediately, okay, for example, there was one patch which you need to remove. You know how this has policy in different hospitals. Different hospitals have different policies. Some hospitals, the previous one you need to remove, cut it into many pieces, then throw. Some hospitals, you remove it, put it in your gloves, how we are removing the catheter and all for oral care. Remove inside your gloves, throw it, wear another gloves and then apply the new one. Okay, so anyway, we are not going to do it much. So we have only one for one group of students. We don't have first nitro patch. So just show one for all the students, that's all. Yeah, general demo only you will have. We don't have all this. But give them all the instructions because it is currently used in the hospital setting. Okay, I think that's all. Rectal suppository, I think we will do it when we are, I have asked for one, they have one apparatus which is inside the test tube like, and they have the simulated suppositories also. So we can really insert it in one dummy, which they are not giving us for a long time. So I have asked for it. During enema, we will do rectal temperature and also suppository. Okay, suppositories are, I think even for your children you would have given at home. So position is important. Since position, we are going to put the patient, and then the sharper end should go inside first. These are all lubricated ones. If they were not lubricated, we need to lubricate it with Vaseline and insert it inside. After it goes inside, you need to push with your hand also to some distance, and if it is children, hold the buttocks for some time, otherwise they will push it out. Adults, you can instruct them to remain in that position for some time, then put them back. Okay. Mostly suppositories are for pain, fever and also for constipation. There is one more spray, you will come across one more spray called Opside spray. I think it is there in the other one I saw here. Okay, the Opside spray, why I want to say is, we are again using it in the hospital in the surgical wards. Okay, for all the patients who are undergoing appendectomy surgery, no dressings in one day. Okay, just the next day, the dressings are removed because they are all laparoscopic surgeries, maybe 3 small dots will be there. Okay, and they put this Opside spray over those wounds, and for 1 week it makes a biofilm around that area. For 1 week, even you take bath, you do whatever you want, nothing enters inside that area. Okay, it is a protected area. After 1 week it goes off, by then the wound also heals. So this is very, very commonly used in the hospital setting. Okay, so this spray purpose is totally different than the other sprays what we are using. Okay. And some fungal infection, when they are putting these sprays, they put even an additional dressing over that. Like usually for diabetic patients in the foot area, lot of these fungal infections are common. They put it, and a small dressing also is applied over that. So it's according to the hospital and need of the patient, there will be smaller changes. Any doubts you have?
What concerns the exam?
We may ask for ear, eye, nose. Other
Oral
things.
and syrup.
Oral.
Yes. It might.
Yeah. Oral syrup is for sure. I'm saying among this.
Among these.
Among this, if at all, maybe one group will get ear. Section 10, whatever they are doing, we don't ask for section 20 because they share the information. So we change. So maybe one of that we will ask. May not ask also if there are too many procedures because we have injections, medications,
Yeah.
oral medication for sure. For both group we will ask, if one group asking a tablet means the other group we will ask for a syrup, things like that. We'll make some modifications.
Okay, thank you.